Hi guys, I'm gonna review Swangile and the Dlaminis episode 22 to 24. I'm gonna start with the conversation between Njengaye and Swangile, which was unnecessary. It was awkward and so uncomfortable. So Njengai pretty much is threatening Swangile about him not making sure that she doesn't spill the beans on whatever she ran into with him and Nomfundo, whatever they were doing. And then later on, he goes on to have a conversation with Nomfundo and he decides to put whatever they have on hold. I don't know if these two are actually in a relationship. Do we have a real love triangle here? Or is Njengaye using unomfundo and I don't know what is going on. I don't know if whatever, but they decides to put whatever they have in on hold. So we're gonna see what happens. So moving on, the two brothers, they met, had a very candid conversation. Uvusi came clean, confessed that he stole the laptop and the designs. And you know what? Vusi didn't Vusi hired somebody to do designs for him. He didn't even present that. It might have been good. So was one. So now we don't know what was his presentation, because he's good at presenting. So he only needed a good design. So he has extreme low self-esteem issues, Vusi, because he's trying to impress his dad, who is not impressed with him, and then his wife is breathing down his neck. His wife is actually controlling him, and it's really sad, toxic, and really sad. So moving on, Swangile and Wenzeni are getting along so well. Wenzeni has started to teach Swangile computer lessons or something. But you know what, Wenzeni should just need to teach her how to type ASDF, HJKL, if I still remember that well. That's what she needs to start with, but it's beautiful to watch. Everything is fine. Nomalanga decides that she's going to host a party at some penthouse. Now she goes over to tell Tulisile that she cannot go home to see her baby. She has to stay back and host her party at the penthouse. Okay, Nomalanga is so out of touch with reality. Full stop. That's all I'm gonna say about her. She's so out of touch with reality. She was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. She lives in luxury. I don't know about this Slay Queen. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Um, hey guys, hey, what a mess! What a mess! Hey, guys, this baby is being tossed between two fathers. Okay, let me talk about Uvelepi for a minute. Everything I've said about Uvelepi that is negative, I think I'm going to take it back. I'm going to swallow everything negative I said about Uvelepi. Uvelepi is being pimped by Deliwe, her own mother. She's pimping her. So this child actually belongs to Usipo, the student. So who has nothing, poor and nothing. But for some reason, Udelio has managed to convince Zakes that this child belongs to him. So this child is being raised by two fathers. What a mess. What a mess. My God, my hair. Inwele zam sezimile so. Udeliwe, the mess that she's creating around her. Anyway, Uvelip is now juggling three men. So there is Zex, who she's being pimped to, and there's Sipo. I think she actually loves Usipo and acknowledges him as the father of their child. And then there is this new guy. So we're gonna talk about the new guy next time. But she's now juggling three men. So she's actually okay. Sipho is the father of the child. Zakes is the one she's being pimped to. This new boyfriend, she's just chasing soft life. She's just chasing soft life with the new guy. So we're gonna talk about that next time. But this is a mess, and your I don't know. This is a mess, guys. So who is the father of? So this child is gonna grow up confused or thinking that he actually has two dads. Just that he's not talking. When he starts talking, this is gonna mess. I'm gonna move on from that. I'm gonna leave that mess there. We'll see how it develops. So, update: the weapons formed against Sibongile. There's still three people. It's still Deliwe who is killing her dreams. It's still Njengaye who thinks she is meddling into things in the house and threatening her. And then there's the maid. I forget her name. Next time I'll try and find her name. I forget her name. This maid who is obsessed with with Wenzo, thinks that one day she's gonna be the Cinderella. She's gonna be married to Gwenzo. She got a hug. Oh my God, she got a hug from Gwenzo. Oh God, why did Gwenzo even do that? But anyway, he did that innocently. But she is so over obsessed with Gwenzo. So we're gonna park that. We're gonna come back to it. By the way, so, hey, this is so beautiful to watch, guys. Gwenzo and Swangile. But before we get to Gwenzo and Swangile, by the way, I didn't know that Untombela is actually Sipho's father. And actually, Usipo is actually, Ntombela actually acknowledges Velepi's baby as his grandchild. So, I 100% believe that this child belongs to the Ntombelas. I didn't know that. Update. That's the update. And then let me go back to the love story. Oh, it's so beautiful to watch, guys. Gwenzo is actually making moves towards Uswangile. He is actually getting to know Uswangile. Right now, they've been settling each other around that whole deal about Gwenzo accusing the workers of stealing his laptop, and Swangile was not happy. So she actually had a very candid conversation and painting reality to Gwenzo. Gwenzo was also born with a silver spoon in his mouth, but he is actually processing these things. He is actually checking himself. He is checking his advantageous position where he is at, and he's actually checking his privileges. So he's done a research about how many people he is actually knows that there's 128 people, 28 million people in the world that are starving, and he's having and he's taking all this in, and then he takes a Swangile home for her 2 days off, and then while they were driving through Ikopo, and he sees all this poverty around him, and he's like, how come he's never known this? And Spongile is telling him that he was walking long distances to work, to school, with no shoes sometimes. It's a sad story, but at the same time, it's really making Gwenzo check his privileges. So I think he's gonna do something about it. It's not gonna end there. It was that ride should have been long.